5 signs of a friendship that truly nurtures you. Have you ever sat across from someone, maybe a friend you've known for years, and walked away feeling drained? Not angry. Not sad. Just tired, like something in you was quietly pulled away without your permission. You're not alone. As we grow older, we become more aware of the energy we carry. And more importantly, who we share it with. In our younger years, we often tolerated things. We made excuses for people. We let certain words slide. We gave more than we got, thinking that's what friendship is supposed to be. But now we realize that peace is priceless. And that the people we allow into our inner circle should do more than just fill time, they should fill our hearts. So today, let's have a heart-to-heart. Because friendship at this stage in life isn't about quantity, it's about quality. And it's never too late to recognize the kind of friendship that truly nurtures you, uplifts you, and makes you feel seen, valued, and safe. The kind that feels like sitting under a warm blanket on a cold morning. Gentle. Reassuring. Real. Let's start with something simple, but deeply telling. A friendship that nurtures you makes space for your silence. Think about that. When you're with this person, you don't feel pressured to talk just to fill the air. You can sit side by side, sipping coffee, watching the rain fall, or just listening to the birds. And there's no awkwardness. No need to explain. Your presence is enough. Not every friendship needs to be full of laughter or long conversations. Sometimes, the most comforting moments are the quiet ones. A nurturing friend understands that silence can be sacred. They don't rush you. They don't demand your performance. They simply sit with you in stillness, and that alone speaks volumes. You might think of someone right now who fits that description. Or maybe you're realizing how rare that truly is. Another beautiful sign of a nurturing friendship is how they handle your vulnerability. You know those moments, when you're not your strongest, when you've had a rough day, or when your health worries start creeping into your thoughts late at night. A true friend doesn't brush those things aside. They don't say, "Oh, you'll be fine," just to shut the conversation down. They lean in. They listen. And sometimes, they don't say anything at all, they just let you feel what you feel, without judgment or trying to fix it. There's a tenderness in that. A quiet kind of love. Because at this stage, most of us carry invisible weights: grief, regret, change, uncertainty. A nurturing friend doesn't try to remove those weights. They simply offer a hand to hold as we carry them. That kind of support doesn't always look grand. It might just be a short phone call, a warm text, or a memory shared that makes your heart swell just enough to remind you, you are not alone in this. And here's something you might not expect: a nurturing friend isn't afraid to gently challenge you. Not criticize. Not control. But hold up a mirror when you need it most. Let's be honest, growth doesn't stop at 60. Sometimes, we need someone who says, "I hear you, but have you thought about it this way?" or "You deserve better than how you're being treated right now." It takes courage to speak that kind of truth, and it takes love to receive it. You see, a nurturing friendship is rooted in care, not comfort. They won't just agree with you to keep the peace, they'll speak up when it matters, because your well-being is more important to them than staying on your good side. And you'll know it's coming from a place of love, not ego. If you've ever had someone look you in the eyes and say, "I know this is hard, but I believe in you," then you know exactly what I mean. That kind of support lights something inside of you. It reminds you that you are still growing, still becoming, still deeply worthy of love, truth, and healing. So as you think about the people in your life, whether you've known them for 50 years or just met them recently, ask yourself how you feel after spending time with them. Not what they say. Not what they do. But how you feel. Drained or nourished. Diminished or lifted. Because friendship, real friendship, should leave your soul softer, not scattered. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about something we don't always associate with nurturing friendships, but it's one of the most telling signs of all. A true, nourishing friend celebrates your joy, without jealousy, without comparison, and without making it about them. Think back to a time when something good happened to you. Maybe you started a new hobby. Maybe your grandchild said something sweet that made your entire week. Or maybe you just had a rare stretch of days where you felt light again, like your old self. Who was genuinely happy for you? You can tell a lot about a person by how they react to your happiness. A nurturing friend doesn't dim your light. They don't shift the attention back to their own life the moment you finish speaking. They lean in with genuine curiosity and smile like your joy is their joy too. That's a kind of love that can't be faked. And here's why that matters so much, because joy, especially in our later years, is sacred. It doesn't always come in big moments. Sometimes, it's just having less pain in your knees today than yesterday. Or waking up with a sense of peace for the first time in a while. And when you share that with someone, and they truly honor it, that's gold. That's the kind of presence that waters the roots of your spirit. On the flip side, I want to gently mention something else. A friendship that nurtures you respects your boundaries. That might sound obvious, but it's one of the most overlooked parts of any healthy relationship, especially as we grow older. Because here's the truth, your time, your energy, your emotional space, it's all limited, and it's deeply valuable. You have the right to say no. You have the right to not answer every phone call. You have the right to protect your peace without guilt. And a nurturing friend will never make you feel bad for that. They won't keep score. They won't guilt trip you. They won't punish you with silence. Instead, they'll honor your needs because they know you have your own rhythms, your own struggles, and your own life to live. There's something powerful about being able to say, I need a little space today, and hearing, I understand, I'm here when you're ready. That's friendship rooted in maturity. In trust. In unconditional care. Sometimes we mistake constant communication for closeness, but the truth is, the healthiest relationships often breathe. They ebb and flow. They give you room to be yourself, without pressure to perform or pretend. So if someone in your life makes you feel guilty for resting, for grieving, for taking time to be with your own thoughts, that might not be nurturing energy. A true friend sees you in all seasons, not just when you're convenient or cheerful. And lastly, for this part of our conversation, I want to talk about laughter. Not the forced kind. Not the kind that feels like filling space. But that deep, soul-level laughter that comes when you feel completely at ease. The kind that bubbles up out of nowhere, makes your eyes squint, your cheeks hurt, and your heart feel light again. A nurturing friend brings out that laughter. Not by being a comedian, but by being safe. When you feel seen, when you feel loved, when you feel like nothing you say will be judged or dismissed, your natural joy returns. And with it, laughter becomes effortless. You don't need to put on a show or worry if you said the right thing. You're just yourself. And they're just themselves. And together, you create this space where life, even in its heaviness, feels a little softer. That's no small thing. In fact, it might be one of the most healing parts of growing older, realizing that we don't need crowds. We just need a few souls who make us feel whole again. So if you've got someone like that in your life, hold on to them. Let them know what they mean to you. And if you're still searching for that kind of friendship, don't lose hope. Because it's never too late to find someone who meets you where you are and loves you as you are. Let's keep exploring this together. There's one more sign I want to share with you, and it might just be the most important of all. A nurturing friendship helps you feel like you again. Not the version of you who had to wear masks for others. Not the you who had to be strong for everyone else. Not the role you played as a parent, a spouse, a caretaker, or a professional. But the real you. The one who sometimes forgets where she put her glasses, but never forgets how to comfort a friend. The one who still hums an old song while watering the plants. The one who carries stories, laughter, scars, and wisdom like gentle threads woven into every smile. A true friend sees that version of you and cherishes it. They don't define you by your age. They don't treat you like you've passed your prime. They look at you and still see life. They reflect your strength back to you on the days you've forgotten it. And they remind you that even now, especially now, you are still becoming. That kind of friendship is a gift. It's not transactional. It's not based on convenience. It's not about what you can do for them. It's about connection, mutual respect, emotional safety, and a quiet knowing that your presence, just as you are, is deeply enough. And if hearing all this has brought someone to mind, reach out to them. Say thank you. Let them know what their friendship has meant to you. You never know how much someone needs to hear that they matter. Now, maybe you're sitting here thinking, I don't really have that kind of friend in my life right now. And if that's the case, I want to gently tell you, don't let that become a reason to close yourself off. It's never too late to attract the kind of connection you deserve. But it starts with treating yourself the way you'd want a good friend to treat you. Speak kindly to yourself. Be patient with your growth. Honor your needs. Protect your peace. Laugh at your own silly mistakes. And show up for yourself, even on the hard days. Because when you begin to nurture your own spirit, something beautiful happens. The right people start to feel drawn to your energy. Not because you're trying to impress anyone, but because authenticity is magnetic. Start small. Say hello to someone new in your walking group. Check in with an old friend you lost touch with. Attend a community class. Sit next to someone you've never spoken to at church or at the library. True connection isn't built overnight, but it does begin with small acts of openness. You've lived enough life to know what drains you and what fills you. Trust that wisdom. Trust your intuition. And trust that you are worthy of friendships that feel gentle, safe, and deeply nourishing. And one last thing before we wrap up, don't ever think that wanting good friends makes you needy or weak. That desire for connection? It's not a flaw. It's part of being human. It's part of being alive. And it doesn't fade with age, it just becomes more honest, more sacred, and more beautiful. So whether you already have one nurturing friendship or you're still hoping to find one, know this, you're not alone. You are seen. You are valued. And there is love out there waiting to meet you in the most unexpected places. Thank you for spending this time with me. If this conversation touched something in your heart, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts or stories in the comments. I read every one. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need this reminder too. Here's to friendships that nourish, uplift, and help us grow, no matter our age. Here's to living your truth, your peace, and your joy. You deserve that. Always.